İnşallah.
Okay, yay, bless you. So has everybody seen me? No, has anybody seen trance happen before? No. No? Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay, interesting. So it's very beautiful. I just invoke spirit, the highest and the best to come. There's a protective light around us all. And I completely go out of my body, so when I come back I don't remember anything. 100% I have no memory. I come back, it's just like I've been asleep or time's gone. You can ask as many questions as you want. We normally go clockwise, we go around this way. We're going to try to go around 2 times, so you have 2 questions. This is a very intimate group, so that's really good. Spirit will give you in-depth clarity onto questions. Sometimes they'll do it coded, so you've got to understand a bit between the lines. It's very beautiful. And enjoy. And usually how it starts, at the beginning there's different spirits will come, and I go off, I go outside my body. When different spirits come through, they will tell you who they are. Then they will give a little bit of a message. And then it's okay. And then they will invite the first question. We go round. If you don't have a question, just like pass and go round. My eyes are closed. I have no sensation really in my body, but sometimes spirit will move my body, or and yeah. So we're gonna do that. It's beautiful. It's very profound. Thank you for coming. It's beautiful. So. You're welcome to record on your telephone, and we'll send you the video.
Tamam.
Uçuş modunu al. İstersen ben alayım, sonra sana AirDrop'tan atarım. iPhone mu?
Evet.
Ceyda, ben de senden alayım mı?
Tamam, ben alıyorum sizi.
O zaman
Zaten
en güzeli o, hiç uğraşmadan.
şey yapıyor. Bunu YouTube'a yüklüyoruz. Oradan link gönderiyoruz.
Tamam.
Bir tek şey gözüküyor, safir gözüküyor. O yüzden şey.
Ay, biz gözükmüyoruz.
Yok.
Tamam. Sesimiz değil.
Sesin kim anlayacak senin sesin olduğunu?
Benimkini kesin anlar.
Güzel.
Herkes sesinden tanıyor. Ama bir kedi öyle.
Okay, so I see you when I come back. Okay. Blessings and love, we are here. We come to you tonight on behalf of the great power of Thoth, of Tara, of Kuan Yin and Kuthumi. And as we are coming through the strongest vibration of Thoth that has ever been, we also come to you tonight on behalf of the Winged Ones. We would like for you to all understand and to try to find the secrets within the secrets of the lines. For I am the light, I am the key. This is the divine truth in all of you. You must individually understand this and then awaken it through the power of love, enhanced understanding, and the journey into what is eternally true and expanding within you, dear ones. We know as we come from the place that is above your time and space, illusions and constraints, that you have created many dynamics and many stories on your earth plane. But they come as great teachers, dear one. And once you learn the lessons, you are on the path of enlightened mastery. Therefore, as we unite and we connect you all through the rays of light and the infinite love that channels through every atom in creation, through the channeler, and through all the channels of the universes. we greet you, we invite you all, and we are delightful for this auspicious gathering. For only those that are ready to grow and to attain mastery may enter to the sacred temple space which we travel with and which we create. For indeed, although we have no time and space, we still travel and journey far more than you beings on earth could ever imagine. Traveling is the theme and love, dear ones. For when you travel at the speed of love, all is well. We invite the first question, dear ones.
Okay. I'd like to know, I'm now in a relationship with someone. Am I going to be with him until the end of my life? Or I'll find someone else like twin flame?
Oh dearest, it is like you are saying there is food on the table, but it is not satisfying you. Will you be with them forever? Or will you be able to travel to experience different tastes and sensations? If there is any relationship in your life, be it with a partner, be it with food, be it with a child, be it with a situation, be it with career, and it is not inspiring you anymore, then we would like for you to reconsider your question and ask yourself, would it nourish you for eternity, till the end of time or till the end of this life? Therefore, by readdressing your question, you get your own answer, dear one. For when you have connected with a twin flame, you can only soar and escalate in your expansion of who you are. For when you realize this flame, you are the flame, you are the I am the light, the key shall awaken and open all of the doors which you would like to explore. But currently and personally and also cosmologically, what you have asked and what you are asking also on behalf of others, is it okay to stay stagnant for many years, to put up with it's okay, it's not bad, it's not good? Well, of course, you have free will, dear one. And yet, if it does not bring bliss, it is not divine union, therefore it is not your twin flame. The majority of those beings on earth require a twin flame or a spiritual emanation or deep understanding to be able to even sample a little bit of the bliss of the chocolate. For unless one samples it, one cannot know what one is missing. If one is to be brought up on bananas alone, then one will never appreciate what it is like to have a grand buffet. Therefore, there is a difference, for you as humans are not animals. Animals are restricted to what is provided by the seasons or provided by what is given. But as human beings, you have the ability and free will to disinferrate and to decide, to differentiate, to believe, to choose what is most nourishing for you. That is why there are many beings on your planet from the same species that can live on rice alone, that can live on meat alone, that can live on the produce from the earth. The same species of an animal could not do that. For their karma and their evolutionary understanding and relationship of love does not entail free will, even if they have humanized intelligence. And yet you beings on earth are lucky. Therefore we wish you to reconsider your question and to affirm that you choose the highest and the best which benefits you and all around. And therefore, what do you choose, dearest? Do you choose to live on rice and water? Do you choose to live on the produce of the earth? Or do you choose to experience international, interdimensional nourishment? That is the question. In love and respect, dear one, you are wiser than you realize. We invite the next question, please, dear ones.
Benim de kafamda spesifik bir ilişki var. Onunla ilgili sormak istiyorum. Hayırlı mıdır, olacak mıdır?
Twin flame mi diye sordum. Twin flame.
She has a
Hayırlı mı diyor? Hayırlı mı diyor?
she has a relationship right now, and she would like to know if this relationship is for her highest good.
Dearest, if you are asking, is chocolate good? Is swimming good? Is climbing the mountain good? Is staying in bed all day good? First, we would like for you to address your feelings. For your feelings are the barometer, are the compass, are your guidance to what is right or wrong. The next we would ask, address your smell. For smell can be guidance. To some, the smell of roses is a beautiful smell. To some, the smell of roses is a grandmother's smell. There were many saints and many masters of Persian origin who stated that smell was an indication. For really, it is what you are used to. If you are used to working in the gutters all day, the smell of rotting gutters will not be offensive. And yet, if you are used to being in a palace all day, that stench would make you pass out. Therefore, it is all about relationships and how you relate to the feelings which are the barometer. For your gas can explode in the car. The barometer goes too far. Therefore, really, there is messages that you must assess. You must go within. You must listen first to the feelings, then to the smell, and then see what is revealed ahead, dear one. For you are in a situation, but you are not seeing, feeling, or smelling it. Therefore, unlike the first question, where we are stating you are not animals, in this situation, we would say be like an animal. For the animals know how to feel, the animals know how to smell, and the animals know how to see. Then why is it that humanity seems to have forgotten or suppressed some of their true feelings, sights and smells? You human beings sometimes forget what it's like to feel hungry or to feel full. You eat too much or you eat too little. You smell too much and you don't smell at all. You look and read too much, but you forget to look. Many of you beings forget to look outside the window, for you are always on your phones these days. Many of you forget to realize what you're eating, for you're thinking of something else. Many of you beings forget to feel because you just put your clothes on, you just have the shower, you forget to be present. Therefore, we are asking you to find the present within your present. This will be your answer, dear one. We invite the next question.
Sorry. Kaydediyorsun değil mi? Okay. I'm a doctor, and also I'm practicing vibrational medicine. I would like to know if my life purpose is matching the things I'm doing. If not, what do you recommend me to do?
Indeed, dear one, you have come from the constellation of the Pleiades. The message of the Pleiades is the blue light, and your path is one of healing and researching health on all levels. There is a need for you to readjust your perspective a little. There is the need to connect with cosmic astrology in healing, as it is one thing you have neglected until now, dear one. It is something that must be additionalized. Vibrational medicine is great, and yet if you are teaching vibrational medicine and the being doesn't know how to feel, then you are wasting the communicated energy. It is far greater to be a channel and to connect with the cosmic interrelation and the music of the spheres. For there is sacred geometry within every plant, planet, food, and cell of experience. The sacred geometry will lead you home, and indeed the crystals are needed inside and around all that you experience, for you could be gifting tools to help propel your clients forward. For crystals are empowering tools, as are the stars, dear one. That is why we say look to the stars. For through the Akasha, through the rays of light, and through your soul contracts, you shall discover that your path has always been that of healing. But first, you must connect the hot dots, the hot spots of consciousness, so you can reclaim your ultimate health. For you are 70% healthy, but you could do with a top-up. Put the crystals in the water and the drink. Sleep with them, dear. We invite the next question.
Okay, I can say that I'm not lucky in love. I usually meet, I think, with nice and good-hearted men, but I can't find the one that I'm looking for. I don't know, maybe I'm looking for something impossible, or maybe I'm looking for something wrong. Maybe I have problems, I don't know, the problem is me. What do you suggest about this?
You are carrying around your past lives with you, dear one. It is like you are walking around with a bag on your back and your front all of the time. Therefore, your power animal is a turtle. But you want to rush into things, rather like the fable of the turtle and the hare. You're one extreme or the other. You get very passionate, very turned on in relationships, and then you want to run away from it. And then, occasionally, you start very slow, and again you wish to run away from it. And then, Sometimes you start fast and then you want to stop and go to sleep because it's too much. You have many different types of loving relationships in your life. It is just we are saying, receive the gold, which is the blessings, and digest it. For if you are eating a sandwich and you are running, it will be very hard to digest. Sit down. Be present with it. Understand that each and every relationship, be it sexual, be it friendship, be it opposite sex, that comes into your life is an opportunity to grow and understand why have you created that relationship in your life. Therefore, by understanding this, by letting go of the baggage of your past lives, you can propel yourself forward and you can fully enjoy a meal of love and digest it. And when one is nourished, one has a lot more energy to go further on their journey. Therefore, it is not that there is a problem. It is just that you need to come back to your center, dear one, and listen to each relationship. Because be it love, be it friend, be it whatever, every relationship that is currently in your life is a manifestation of the consciousness which you think and feel and emanate. Therefore, when relations come and go, you are either breaking from a pattern or you are going deeper within the whole. The relationships that stay in your life are because they have a vibrational match to the frequency of your life's mission, to who you truly are. Therefore, even if some relationships are hard to let go of and they never will be able to let go, look to the message of it, dear one. Red would be a good colour for you. And lucky in love you are and you will be when you truly choose to see. We invite the next question.
I just broke up from a relationship and I want to know if we're going to be back together or is that the final?
Firstly, dearest, we see relationship harmony. That is the first mantra and song that comes to us, relationship harmony. Therefore, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to get back together or to stay separated. But what is certain in the eye of Horus is that there will be a newfound relationship harmony where all those involved, yes, we say all those as there are not just two beings involved, there are all those involved, may experience relationship harmony and clarity, dear one, and the paperwork needs to be let go of. For find the relationship harmony and you will be able to have a catalyst that will move you forward, dear one. You need to be careful at this time not to eat too much, for you are looking for the comfort which is outside of you. The love is always there, dearest. You must realize that you have choice and free will in all that you do, and the situation has not happened to you. You have chosen to be a part of the situation. Therefore, through the place of circumstance, through the place of your situation, you experience what you do. But we would like to remind you that things are not always as they seem. And go to the center and you will be able to experience. But in your situation, we would say it's most optimal that you find the relationship harmony and you do not let it slip away this time, for you have lost so much already. It is time to be mature, dear one, and connect this relationship harmony. It will take courage. but we believe in you. We see the crystal aventurine, for this is also significant to the message, it is time for adventure. It is time for you to embark on an adventure. The green is healing for you, dear one. Do not be sad. We invite the next question.
I have recently been through a lot of health problems, and I started questioning if I enjoy life enough, because I find that I do pretty much everything as a duty and just wait for the next duty to come up. So I'd like to ask you what my purpose is in life and what I need to do to enjoy life more and have a more positive outlook.
Beautiful. And as you are asked that question, we come to you with slightly the negative side. And yet it will turn into the positive. Firstly, you are trying too hard. Secondly, you must reclaim your feminine power. For when you are trying too hard and you have forgot your feminine power, you come to a wall that is a block. We ask you to smell the roses and enjoy them. It is important to be in the present moment. It is important to enjoy the present moment. Do not look to the past. Do not fear the past re-emerging. And do not look too far ahead, dear one. For when you try too hard, you burn your finger cooking. But when you know that all is in divine flow, you can sample the cooking whilst you're cooking it. A painter sometimes gets the paint on their clothes, on their nose, on their head, on their fingers. They do not say, oh, we are a failure. Quite the opposite. They, oh, I've got more colour on me today. Therefore, play more, dear one. Be innocent like the child nature within you. And allow the paints, allow the colours of life to paint your reality with non-attachment, with not feeling like life is going to weigh you down. Quite the opposite. For there are keys within this message, your message for all beings present. For when you are really in the joyful flow, the present moment co-expanding within all beings, you can truly rejoice in their health, in their wealth, and in the deeper understanding which brings joy and bliss. You must not feel guilty for experiencing more joy, for quite the opposite. Many of you beings on earth, in fact all of you beings on earth, go through times in your life when you feel that you are not worthy of experience the highest and the best joy and bliss. We do laugh at this, for we in spirit would love you all to know that your mission, your life's purpose is to experience bliss. For when you are experiencing bliss, you cannot harm another, and you cannot harm yourself. When you are in complete bliss, you can only experience health, wealth, goodness, and your life's purpose. But when you try too hard, you are seeking that which is outside the window, but you forget that the window is an illusion and you are the window. I am the light, I am the key, I am the way. You are healed, dear one. We invite the next question.
I would like to find out more about my cosmic origin and my cosmic family.
Dearest, we greet you in the unified universes and omniverse of light certain love. You are lucky as you have more of your pieces of the puzzle connected than many. We are informed that before incarnating in your earth lives, be it past, present, and future, you were existing and residing on the planet of Orion. You came through of Orion's belt. Therefore, your life has not been an easy one. It has been one of heightened sensitivity, and yet one of great challenges and at times great fights. Fights with others and fights with yourself about choosing the right expression, the right way for your safety, for your comfort, for your ascension. You have had many past lives in Atlantis and Lemuria. And indeed, as we come behalf of the number 18,000, 22,000, and Master Thoth, we bring forth the emerald aventurine green colour for the heart healing. For you are expanding in all that you are, and you are far more in balance than you could ever have preconceived. For you have come from the stellar origin of mastery. Sometimes you had mastered for good. Sometimes you had mastered for abuse of power. Therefore, in this lifetime, you must achieve the balance and the harmony and the flow. You must also be able to receive, to escalate yourself and propel yourself upwards, dear one. We are seeing your connection to Atlantis and Lemuria as being one of beneficial. And planetary Orion and Venus will bring forth much clarity. There is a need to have your astrological chart read and interpreted, for it will help you understand your being further, dear one. And yet we see the next 2 to 3 months bringing much gathering and sacred space. And the months of June, July, August, and October about you truly living your life's mission. Finally, you can breathe and relax. Your time is now, dear one. And you know you are loved and you're protected and you're guided all of the way. We're assisting you, dear one. We invite the next question.
I would like to hear about your message about me, that I'm doing some work with astrology and psyche, and I wonder if you have a message about this for me, especially with my, about my past lifetimes.
Firstly, it is important you patent what you do. When you add the collection, you put all the nuts in the basket. We would say eggs, but we see that eggs are not appropriate for your expansion. We're seeing rather like a painted cob nut. Each cob nut, each hazelnut, has a face on it. The nuts in the basket are waiting to be cracked, opened, explored, and eaten. Therefore, rather like the message of the basket of the nuts, it is important that you understand that you are helping many beyond your understanding, but it's important that you are using many techniques, but you create and you patent your technique. For there are many techniques that you are using, but really the ultimate technique which you are using is not one that has been found on your planet on Earth yet. The technique you are using is one of Atlantean origin, and one which you need to investigate and explore further by exploring your Akasha, By exploring your Akasha, you will understand and experience that gift that you must patent and you must copyright and you must create and explain the name. For what you are doing is not what you think you are doing, dear one. You are doing what you think you're doing, and it's not correct. You are doing many things, dear one. It is like a collection of 20 things, and you think you're doing those 20 things. No. You are doing a pinch of salt from each of those aspects. But the majority of what you are doing is connected to Atlantean origin. By exploring your Akasha, you will understand this. And by looking at your astrology on the year 2022, this will be revealed to you, dear one. January the 22nd, 2022, to January the 29th, 2022. Look at those dates, dear one. We invite the next question, dear ones.
Okay. Am I a good mother to my children?
Oh dearest, really, what are you comparing yourself to? A mother can be very good to its little duckling. A bird mother could be very good to its little bird. Or then are you asking for you personally to your children? Then really you must ask, am I a good parent to my inner child? For really your children are just an expression of your inner child. No matter what you experience with your children, no matter how beautiful, how hard, how challenging, how diverse, how extreme, how innocent they are, you must understand they are just reflecting your relationship with your inner child. Therefore, what you are truly asking is about your inner child. You are a good parent, and yet there are always ways to be better. For how can you be more tolerant of your children? How can you be more tolerant of your inner child? And when one is tolerant, one recognizes the innocent power in both themselves and the external situation and the inner child. For even if you have a boy and a girl, they can both be part of your inner child. For your inner child needs loving. This is true for all beings present, seen and unseen. For the inner child is really that divine essence, that presence which never dies. Your bodies, your children, your families, your lovers, they come and go. Yet, how can one be in love with a twin flame or give birth to children and think they are separate entities? It cannot be. It is just like you are asking, and how are the other two pieces of my jigsaw puzzle in the left and right corner? That is your inner child, dear one. It is still part of the puzzle. The puzzle is you, and the puzzle is connecting all of you together. The jigsaw puzzle. Therefore, by truly loving and being compassionate to your inner child, you will be the best mother any being could want. This is why we also say give, give, give, give, give. Give compassionately like Kuan Yin. But also receive, dear ones. And view your inner child like it's the most sacred ascended master. And understand you can do no wrong, but you must be responsible and mature in your relationship to your inner child. For this is what every being will remember you by, how you treated your inner child and the impression you left on the earth. Communicate with that eternal part, dear one, and do not feel guilty. Kind of enjoy it. Rather like you're being on holiday every moment. You are a good mother, we wish to remind you. Yet, you can always climb a little bit higher by being more loving to yourself, your inner child. But you're a very good mother.
Thank you.
We invite the next question, please, dear one.
21 yaşında otizmli oğlum var benim.
I have a boy, 21-year-old with autism.
Milli yüzücü.
He's a national swimmer.
Buraya geliş amacımla yani hayata, bu seferki hayata geliş amacım da onunla ilgili yapmam gereken başka neler var acaba diye merak ediyorum.
I would like to know what I should do about my life purpose, about him in this lifetime. What are your suggestions, please?
Again, dearest, if you were asking for another being, you are asking for your inner child. For your son has an amazing ability with breathing. Therefore, the lesson he is gifting you is one to breathe the power of the divine. You are always highly strung. You often have anxiety and so much energy that you need to dilute and you need to compose of. Therefore, your son is a great teacher and great awakener. But we would like for you to find your life's mission by being more present within the stillness, for you could have never imagined what he was to experience. We wish to remind you that you achieve great things, but there is the need for you to slow down. There is the need for you to breathe. There is a need for you to digest life's experiences, for you never really go anywhere, for time isn't running out. Your son watches the clock. You watch the clock. It's not needed, dear one, for there is divine timing in everything in life. And there is so much that is seen that is not seen, that is heard which you do not hear. And there is so much that we know that you have not yet remembered. Your mission is not to worry, it's to be more, to breathe more, and to be healthy. We invite the next question.
In my last question, I asked about my being a medical doctor and being also using energy and vibration medicine with the job I'm doing right now for healing. I'm also I started to write a book 1 month before that. It's very new. I have just written 5 pages right now, and I'm also astrologist. I have learned astrology. I'm a Placidus astrology, but I don't know the cosmic astrology. It was interesting for me to remind me that astrology is also important in my life purpose. Right now, in my book, I'm writing the mind-body connection, because in the disease onset, feelings are very important, and the feelings that we cannot digest makes diseases in human body. And I would like to talk about and write about this. But for the society and for the humanity, what would you like me to add in this topic, and what do you recommend me to write about and learn about? Of course, if I don't know what to write, do you recommend any topic and do you recommend another path for society's well-being, for the health also?
Indeed, dear one, there is holistic wellness. The crystals will act as scrying tools, as record keepers, as computers for you. There is a need to remember the sacred geometry, for there are planetary rulers for every crystal, plant, food, and emotion also. There is a need to understand the emotional connection with the body clock, the traditional Chinese and Tibetan healing and health. There is also the need for balance in all areas. The mind and the body must understand that change is certain, dear one, for when one resists change, that is what causes disease. It is not that something is too undigestible. It is and it isn't really, dear one. When one embraces change, they can feel any fear or any insecurity, and they can move forward and do it anyway. They can achieve. Therefore, there is a need to understand the importance of change. Therefore, it is important for you to address a big couple of chapters, 3 in fact, about change. For if change is one of the most certain things that you shall encounter on earth, you may as well embrace it. For wherever you go, there will always be food. For wherever you go, there will always be relationships. For wherever you go, there will always be change, and whatever you learn and experience, be it on earth or in other realms, will involve change. For even in the eye of eternity, everything is changing, be it in expansion, in contraction, or in awakening. Therefore, change is what we would like to see you address. We would like to see you record some of your writing and your information in crystals when you are sleeping. For there are times when you do not always have pen and paper or your phone or your computer. You must allow the crystals to upload to your DNA. And when clients and beings come to you, you must give them the empowering key, master key of change. You have astrological background, but you have not connected the dots yet. Therefore, if you have a dot-to-dot book, and you know that there is a teddy bear in the picture, but you have not connected the dots, you will not know what type of teddy bear it is, if it's smiling, if it's sad, or what the message is. Therefore, there is cosmic astrology linking the body, emotion, ways of life, and your future also. There is a great need for you to embrace the change, and indeed welcome the change. Welcoming change, how beautiful. We invite the next question.
I have a brand and I want to make it international, and I want to give some messages to the people with this brand, let's say. And also I have another project, it's like a hobby, but I'm planning to write a book. So do you have any suggestion about those 2 projects? Actually, one of those is my job, but to make it international.
Indeed, dear, but we say don't write just yet. It's not needed.
Okay.
You write when you've been through the tunnel, not when you're going through the tunnel. For if you're going through a tunnel at 100 miles an hour on a speed train, the writing will be bumpy. We would like to see you when you come through the tunnel with your achievement. For you're already halfway there, and if you are to write, it will compromise, it will affect your writing. To be honest, dear one, the writing is not needed just yet for the book. But your your project, your mission is awakening, dear one. But we see it should be additionally blessed with silk, for not every being likes the leather. And also, it is important to be decorative in the way you market and promote the expansion internationally. For you need to do what has not been done before. Don't look to other designs and other ways of how it's been done. Allow it to come in a dream, for your dream will give guidance, dear one. But there is a need for you to go travelling also, for you can't continue to stay where you are currently. There is the need to change location. You can still have a organisation or a factory or something in here, but you do no longer need to be living in Turkey, dear one. It served its purpose. Time to move on now. We invite the next question.
I have this back pain, upper back pain at my right side, going up through my neck and then behind my ear and coming through to my right eye. And I have been to the dentist. She said that it might be that I have been squeezing my teeth during my sleep. And I also had a laser operation like 5 months ago, and my right eye is still hurting. So what kind of message is my body is giving me, and how can I cure, what can I do about it?
Dearest, we are seeing that your gallbladder is blocked.
Gallbladder?
Gallbladder. You need to cure your gallbladder and you will heal 100%. Additionally, we are seeing the back pain is because you've lost support recently. You had more support in the past and now you are not feeling supported. The pain going to the eye is because you don't want to see some of the pain and the suffering that could be foreseen for you. And therefore you want a way to be protected. Therefore, if you were to wear sunglasses, it would dramatically improve. But we would like to see you in bed at 9 or 10 o'clock. And we would like to advise or to recommend, to suggest a gallbladder and a liver detox. Then all your problems will heal, dear one. If you are to use foods or crystals or things like that, it is good to go for the yellow colours and the gold and orange colours. For your gallbladder, but your liver a little bit, but it's mainly your gallbladder needs some help, dear one. Yes, it can be dietary, but it's more emotionally, dear one. Your gallbladder is also a lot holding on to the pain, to some of the traumas, the sadness. But you can let go of that sadness, for you'll never have to experience the sadness again when you claim you only experience the highest. The gallbladder, that is why we advised the previous question before, dear one, for there is nothing that we do not know. But heal the gallbladder and it will heal everything in your life. It is that, dear one. There may be some beings present who may be able to assist you with appropriate means to cleanse and to purify and to get your gallbladder back on track, so you will be able to run and jump and feel bliss again. For you feel rather low a lot of the time and we want to uplift you, but it's to heal the gallbladder. There's no need to suffer, dear one, honestly, dear. We invite the next question.
My
I'd like to ask you about my family life, how it's going to be and how we can improve communication between ourselves.
When you come into your power, dear one, there will be nothing that will need to be improved upon. It is important for you to express your feminine power, to express what you need to express in a compassionate, kind way, to be careful of the words you use, for every word is breathing a living spirit into creation, an entity of benefit or of harm to another. Therefore, be aware of your wording. Keep aspiring to higher vibrations and communicate what you feel in a compassionate way. And don't try too hard, dear one. Make it fun, make it playful. Enjoy the process and see the balance and taste the experience. For if you are trying to fix the experience, you forget to taste it. If you think your food needs more salt, taste it first. If you are thinking the relationship needs to be improved, listen first. Before you say anything, before you assume anything, listen. For maybe that being or those beings have developed, have grown more in the last couple of hours than you could have imagined. We can do great things for our family by being present. For many beings on your planet don't feel loved, listened to, or valued, or respected. If one can truly listen, one can start to understand. For in our eyes, all beings are quite innocent, and all beings just need to know they are welcome. Therefore, we would like for you to welcome all of your family. Welcome like you have been away for 100 billion years and you've just been reunited again. Do you remember that argument you had 1 million billion years ago? No. You forgive, you let go of everything, and you greet them. You hug them. You feel how they've grown. Then you want to learn, to experience what they've grown and how they've grown. And then you also realize how much you have grown. It's profound, dear one. Never forget this. We invite the next question.
Is my future here in Turkey or somewhere else?
You have a foot in 3 worlds, really, dear one. You have 3 opportunities. You can go many places, you can go anywhere you want. But you will always have a base, a sacred space in Turkey. But we do wish to see you travelling more and more. There are many opportunities coming to you, and as you start to unleash your gifts and your potential, as you are far more gifted than you could ever have pre-imagined. But now, with the next 6 to 12 months, you are coming more into your power, and it will facilitate change. But we see a lot of travel on the horizon. And you're not going to settle down too much just yet, but in the next 3 years you'll always have a place in 3 worlds, and you are loved so much, dear one. If you could only understand how much you are loved. But indeed, your true base will be abroad, dear one, and we're saying congratulations. For you're purchasing not 1, not 2, but 3 places quite quickly. There will be a family passing in the next 3 years, and this will also facilitate things, but we are saying that enjoy each moment, for you never know how long it's going to last. But you really are. We see the three places. And the three is important for you, rather like a little pyramid. A pyramid in a interdimensional Merkaba, taking you, transporting you upwards and travelling with you. You're on a journey, dear one, but it's not going to stop you just yet, but you will be journeying from one country to another country to another country. We are not seeing 3 locations in one country, we're seeing 3 locations in 3 countries. And enjoy it, dear one, for you are earning it, and you have earned it by coming into your power. By coming into your power, you're stronger than you have ever been, be it in other lives, other realms, and this realm. Onwards and upwards, dear one. We invite the next question.
Thank you for honoring us today, and I just want to hear if you have any other messages for me, especially according to previous message, because I just confused a little bit, because I always think about that. I always think about mix all the things that I'm doing, but I'm always confusing how to name it, and how can I bring them together.
Dearest, rather like if you create a foundation or you create a cake. What is inside the cake? Oh, there's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. Shush. You need to guide, to uplift people, but don't tell all of your secrets. Just like the planets in the sky, they do not say, we formed your universe. There may be the sun and the moon and one of your planets, such as Venus, that may be visible to you. But the others come when an issue is addressed. An issue of finance, an issue of health, of relationships. Then you can start to guide. But rather like you bake a cake, or you bake a loaf of bread, and then you put the pizza ingredients on top, and then you put the cheese. It's about bringing it to evolution. You have to cool it, you have to patent it, you have to say, well, I've done, yes, there are muffins, there are breads, there are cakes, but this one is called this. For the message for all beings tonight is really about coming into your power. When you come into your power, you do not need to ask that question, dear one. For you ask the creation of the thing, but you do it. You've done it better than anyone because you do it how you do it. And it works. You get results. Therefore, combine a little bit of everything. But you do not say, oh, I've just made the wonderful cake. It's mostly flour. It's mostly sugar. No, no, no. You create the package. You create the item. You put your intention, the love, the flavors. If you were to create a tour going to, let's say, to Zimbabwe or to Kenya, a safari. Yes, it may include the giraffes, the elephants, the hippos, the birds, the bees. But you call it the safari. For there needs to be a synopsis. You're doing too much, dear one. You're always doing. Always doing, always thinking, always researching. Cool it. And allow the flame of your power to get brighter and brighter. For you always were perfect, and you always were channeling the perfection. You just need to relax a little, dear one. Or otherwise your mind will go round and round and round and round. And when you discover where you are flung in the universe in stillness. Therefore we say, one day be the sun, one day be the moon, one day be complete. Therefore in complete health and awareness and wealth, you can do what you've been trying to do for so long. It's not just about experiencing better health or better relationships or this or that. It's complete health. For when you are in complete health and wealth, just like the previous question with the medical expertise doctor, when you are in complete health, it is not just about healing, it is about experiencing that health which is undisturbed, which is all beings' birthright, just as ultimate sacred unification and love is. Therefore we say nourish, enjoy the nourishment, the nourishing foods of your earth, the nourishing gifts of spirit, and only allow yourself to channel the greatest joy and the greatest health, wealth, and loving light. For I am the way, I am the key, and I am the light. And I am the light, I am the love, I am the living way. For as you invoke the spirit of life, as you invoke the spirit of eternal life, you can invoke the spirit of complete health, the spirit of complete love, the spirit of complete goodness. For why limit yourselves? You beings on earth get so entangled in the dynamics and the stories you've created, and yet you forget the divine blessing in every situation which you have created has served you till now. But once you realize you do not need to carry that situation with you anymore, you can truly heal. Therefore, if you are prepared to, you can use the master key. I am the light. I am the way, and I am the key. I am the light, I am the key, and I am the way. There is only one way, dear ones. One moment in time, we will all understand that and remember that. In love and gracious humility, we greet you, and we are delighted to have communicated with you, and we wish to remind you there is no hierarchy. There is no out there is no in there is no better or there is no worse. We see that everything is perfect. For I am the light, I am the key, I am the way. Goodbye and good day to you all.
Welcome back.
Where have I been? Hi. 1 minute and 8. 1 hour and 8.